Alrighty, Miss Arelis. Well, it was great briefly chatting with you off camera here. We did discuss a little bit about the company, what they do, as well as the role itself and the duties it entails. Now, Arelis, you expressed your interest in this role of the purchasing role. Now, with that, I would love to give you the mic so that you can kind of give me a rundown as far as your professional experience, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so I've actually been more like on an extended maternity leave, to be honest. But my previous job was at Cosmos Furniture. That's the one I did for a little over 4 years. There I was everything like from like administrative to accounts receivable. I used to collect their payments, input purchase orders, regarding well, they were a wholesale furniture business.
Okay.
So I would input the orders into the QuickBooks, which was the system we used to use. Like I said, collect the payments and then kind of just arrange shipments through third party logistics companies.
Awesome.
Um, like I said, it was administrative, so regular like filing, just eh,
Your basic
you know,
administrative roles.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, that was well, yeah, that's more of like a brief of what I used to do there.
Yeah.
During my time off, I did take on like a temporary role at Top Build. That one was data entry, pretty much. They had me like slash mailroom clerk,
Okay.
but I only had to sort some mail, and mostly it was data entry, and like all I had to do was just input like vehicle registrations and everything regarding their trucks into
Gotcha.
the system they used to use.
Okay.
Um, I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
No
it's a
worries.
little bit of everything. I mean, everywhere I've been, it's more or less just float around,
Yeah.
cover people. So I've learned a little bit of this and that. But
Yeah. And
yeah,
I have your resume pulled up. So, like you mentioned, you worked at Top Bill as a data entry clerk. You worked as an administrative assistant slash accounts receivable. You worked as inventory clerk as well. So you have that inventory knowledge as well as that administrative skill set, which comes with those transferable skills. Now, I would love to know what kind of systems you've utilized, whether it's like a Google-based system, for your like Gmail, or if you have Excel experience, any ADP, you did accounts receivable, if you use any accounting systems. Tell me a little bit about your systems you've used.
so, like I said, QuickBooks, Gmail, Excel, I've done those. ADP, no, that like they at Cosmos they had their accountant, which was more like they would do the reconciliations and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Um, I mean, my background is I graduated in economics, so I am familiar, but it's not like I've had hands-on experience. But I mean, if you guys do a little bit of training, I could easily catch on to that too,
Absolutely.
honestly.
Beautiful. I see in your resume as well that you've created BOLs, purchase orders for
Yeah.
the couriers.
Yeah, that too. But that was on a need basis. Some
Okay.
carriers would provide it, but if not, then I would. We
Gotcha.
had a system for that too.
Gotcha. And you mentioned that you have experience with utilizing Excel. Now, with Excel, what would you call yourself? Are you intermediate, advanced, proficient? What's your skill set with
Not advanced. Like I know like the formulas and stuff like that, but then
it?
when you get into macros and pivot tables, I've done, but I don't feel comfortable like teaching in class, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So really the basics. You can enter the data, create a spreadsheet
yeah,
nonetheless.
yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Well, Arelis, what are you looking to get out of your next role? What would you like to get out of it overall?
Um, to be honest, right now I'm just trying to get back into the workforce. Like I feel I've been out so long that I feel almost like a little. Oh my god, what's the word?
Yeah, you
I
want to get back
just
in the groove of things.
Yeah, I just want to get back at it. I love for jobs to have like room for growth. So like if there's any cross trainings or just extra
Mhm,
trainings where I could keep growing, that's
mhm,
great. Right now I just want to get back in and see if
mhm.
I could grow with a company. Like I don't
Absolutely.
want to be switching around too much. So that's definitely something I'm looking for, just
Yeah.
to settle in again.
So from what I hear, you were on maternity leave for about a year. From what it looks like, I know you worked on some contractor temporary work as well in the meantime, but you're looking for stability is from what I hear from you. And
Yeah.
if there's a possibility for growth, you're open to that. Now, with a few companies that I have, some don't have the opportunity for growth because they're a smaller family-owned company, but they have that job security. Well, you can have that same role working with the company for years upon years, 20 years, etc. Would you be open to that as well, as long as you have that stability?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds perfect. And at least when are you looking to start a new role?
I mean, I'm not employed now, so it's pretty much immediate. Yeah, immediate, I guess. Within at least within the week, though,
Mhm.
to coordinate with my husband or whatever, whatnot. But yeah, immediate,
Awesome.
I would say.
Yeah, well, that sounds great. Alrighty, Annalise. Well, I'm gonna stop the recording. It's been great chatting with you. But don't hang up on me. I want to continue chatting with you off the recording here.
Okay. Mhm.
Awesome.